Most stern drive and outboard manufacturers advise you to change the gear case oil in your lower unit every 100 hours or once a year, whichever comes first. Clean oil is critical for protecting the heavily loaded gears in your lower unit and preventing expensive damage. Servicing the lower unit is a simple job that you can easily do yourself. This video will show you how. Here are the tools and supplies you'll need. A large flathead screwdriver that you'll use on the screws for the lower unit's drain and vent plugs, replacement O-rings or sealing washers for these screws, the kind of lower unit lube that's appropriate for your engine, a lower unit quart pump and lube tube with the adapter fitting that fits your engine, a catch pan to hold the used lower unit oil, a container to carry the used lower unit oil to the local hazmat recycling center, and finally some clean rags and disposable gloves. If you're not sure which type of lower unit lube to use, you should of course check your owner's manual, just to be safe. If you have an older Johnson or Evinrude model years 1962 to 1972 that has an electric shift, you'll need premium Type C lube. First, locate the unit drain fill plug. It is usually located on the starboard side of the lower unit, beneath the bullet-shaped portion of the lower unit housing. Adjust the trim tilt of your engine or stern drive so this plug is in the lowest possible position. This will help to drain the used oil out completely. Use the large screwdriver to remove the lower drain plug screw. This may be easier said than done because the steel screw in an aluminum housing can become stuck due to galvanic corrosion. If yours is stuck, try soaking the plug with penetrating oil, like WD-40, and letting it work overnight. You can also pick up a manual impact screwdriver which turns the plug slightly when hit with a hammer. Finally, you can try using heat from a heat gun. Be patient and persistent, but try not to strip the slot in the plug head because drilling out the plug will be a major headache. With the drain plug screw loosened and the catch pan in place, maintain pressure on the screw so it won't fall into the pan and be covered with oil. Move it away and the oil will begin to drain. Now remove the upper vent plug screw, usually located above the cavitation plate on the starboard side of the lower unit, and the oil will flow rapidly out of the drain hole. Give the oil plenty of time to drain completely, ideally for an hour or more. This lower drain plug screw has a magnetic tip. Fine metal filings stuck there are normal, but you don't want to see chunks of metal. Inspect the oil in the pan. You may see some sparkle of metal filings in the oil, which is normal. Milky white or creamy colored oil indicates that water has contaminated the gear case, and gray oil indicates some kind of failure in the gears or a bearing. Consult your mechanic if your lower unit oil shows either of these danger signs. The underlying problems will need to be fixed before the boat goes back in the water. The oil in this outboard looks fine. While the oil is draining, clean up the drain and vent plug screws and install new sealing O-rings. You might also want to coat the threads with a little non-metallic, marine-grade, anti-seize compound to make them easier to remove in the future. Once the oil has completely drained, screw the oil pump adapter fitting into the lower drain hole, connect the quart pump to the quart of gear oil, and begin pumping to fill the lower unit. Keep pumping until the oil runs out of the upper vent plug hole. Screw in the vent plug. Next, remove the oil pump adapter fitting from the lower drain hole with the lower drain screw in your hand and ready. Quickly replace the screw so only a little oil runs out. Now give the exterior of the lower unit a thorough wipe down to keep the oil out of the environment. Then bottle up the used oil and take it to the local recycling center. We hope you found this video on changing your lower unit oil helpful. See more videos in the West Advisor section of our website, westmarine.com. Thanks for watching.